How's it going, everyone? My name is Phoenix Hunter and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are playing some Europa Universalis 4. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, here we are in Jianzhou. We're obviously going to form Manchuria and eventually the Qing. I actually have never done a proper Jianzhou into Qing conquest game, so it'll be pretty fun. First things first, the estates, it's relatively simple. We only have one estate, so we're, and then before we click summon the diet, I know this works for nobility, but I'm not sure if it works for these guys. And it does. For those of you who don't know, before you click this button, you recruit a bunch of men to drain your manpower pool, and it has a higher chance of getting a mission which requires you to get your manpower level up. So that's pretty good, meaning we get a cheap advisor for free. That's very nice indeed. This army we're going to move over there for now, and then of course we are going to seize land. For the decisions, yeah, we might as well take both of them. Alright, we're Tengri to start off with, but we start off with Confucian as the syncretic religion. Very nice. Let's see, we don't make enough money to hire any advisors. We will need to hire a mercenary company, and we'll just do that. Just merge these guys up. We're not really going to use them. Actually, I wonder, can I sell them? I can, for some money. Okay, so I am just going to, over time, sell off all these ships. To, you know, all these guys around me. And yeah, anywho. So for rivals, we're going to rival Korea, Orochoni, and Haishi. Technically, we should not rival anyone, so that way they don't ally each other, but I don't really care. Alright, so with all that setup out of the way, I think we can finally get started and unpause. And hire this, half-price land force limit dude. Very nice. And because we gave that one privilege, we're also going to be able to get a free general and some cavalry, which I'm actually going to delete. That'll give us some manpower. But getting a general, and he's 2 siege. That is really good. And I'm gonna assign him to the mercenary company. And normally I start off with Haishi, but these guys went and allied Orochoni, who went and allied all these guys, and they're just being annoying. Yeah, it's important that I form Manchu pretty early on. So yeah, Nanai is gonna be my first target of conquest. Alright. Now just go ahead and declare war on these guys. It doesn't really matter for what. Very nice. Stack wipe them. So now we can go on to all these provinces and just carpet siege them. Fortune's going to try to push us, but we don't care about these nerds. See, gonna give a spy network on these guys and these guys as well, and I'm actually gonna tell my merchant here to trade hostility here, and now we're gonna stack wipe these guys, or not. That was weird. Anywho, so now we'll just sit on their capital and hopefully try to get them to capitulate sooner rather than later. And there's a surrender. We don't really care about Fortune and what happens to them, so we're just going to get them max money. Let's see, we're gonna give them to get some more reps. Just boost as much prestige as we can. Now we can enforce all this on them. And then for Nanai, the just simple full annexation. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Alright. So because we're a horde, we can do the fun thing of raising. Now I'm going to show you guys a quick and easy way of raising all these provinces real quick without the need to constantly click and do this. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the province we want to raise, look at our keyboard, press Z, that's going to bring up this menu, and then we're going to press C, and that will raise the province to the ground. So click this, ZC, ZC, we can't ZC because it's already 3 development trash, but we don't care. We've got all these mana points and all this money. We're not making a lot of money, but we have it, so very nice. We're going to attack Solon because they are an open target. It's a pretty simple war, it seems. They breached our walls, but we siege faster than them, so very good, very nice. Alright, we just won the siege and we stack wipe them. Very nice indeed. Once again, full annexation, nothing special, nothing fancy. And then of course, we're just going to, well, raise down what we can, which isn't much, because this is all Siberia, so, you know, just a bunch of low-level trash. Now, in order to complete this mission, we need 20 provinces and this province of Jilin. And we only need a few more provinces in order to form Manchu. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to get all of our troops into position and then attack Haishi. And I have something very special in mind. I mean, we could make this a massive war, but I don't think that's necessary. Alright, they're attacking us, but we outnumber them, so we just wipe them. That's very nice. Alright, so now there's these guys all siege down. So now, onto sieging these guys down. And it looks like they're at war with Nivik, so they should be able to win this war pretty easily. And we get more free land. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so it looks like we basically won this war. So what we're going to do is we're going to take as much as we can from these guys. They don't seem to want to peace out, but that's fine. Alright, maybe if we stack wipe their armies, then they'll be willing to peace out. And there we go. Stack wipe to the max. Now we kill them, and then we can also take the next Miltech. Very nice. Now we can also annex Haishi. Now first things first, we're gonna make this province a core. Actually, first we're gonna raise it, and then we're gonna make it a core. And then let's see, we need 10 more provinces. So raise this, this, bing, bomb, boom, bop. And this is great. The Orats decided to ally Jibe. So, yep, guess I'll have to wait for that. It's fine, because that just means we can wait for these cores to finish. You know, there is a case for attacking Korea. Yep, because they do have, because once we form Manchu, then we're going to stop being a tributary of Ming, and so that means all these guys that are tributaries, so namely, yeah, like Korchin and stuff, they're gonna stop. Yeah, they're going to not be viable targets. Plus Korea, that's nice and raisable land. So yeah, I say we go for it and actually get ourselves some banners. Alright, so let's just go ahead and attack Korea for the means. And nothing else, I assure you. Alright, these guys are pretty close to sieging this down. We will get a debuff from fighting in the mountains, but at least we're defenders, so it shouldn't really matter. So these nerds are up here trying to just play a game of maneuver and siege us. Now let's just go ahead and kill these guys again. Maybe they'll finally decide to stop trying to challenge us. Alright, siege race. Let's see who wins. And they won. The exact same percent, but they still won. Alright, so we've pretty much... Alright, so we've captured both of their forts, and now we can... So now it's just a matter of mopping the rest of them up. Which, these guys are just playing like actual rats. So it's gonna be a bit hard. Alright, so let's see. What we need from this mission is all of this northern area. So yeah, something like this. This piece did a lot of work. And there's their army stack wiped. So now they accept the peace. Very nice, very nice. And because of this, we get a mission which gives us cavalry to infantry ratio, which refreshes every time we complete a mission. So that's pretty nice. Probably not that useful, but it is what it is. And of course, we bought this province to raise it to the ground and stuff. And so now we just gotta wait around for this final core to finish, and then we can turn into Manchu. And adopt Manchu identity. We shall take the new traditions and ambitions. Now because of that, we are no longer their tributaries under Ming. So we'll have to keep that in mind. But they're at 0 mandate, so they might start splintering in a little bit. Let's see. We also get cores on Nivik, so I think it's worth it to attack them. And just take all their provinces. Alright, now there's these guys done and dusted. Let's see, we have an option to become a tributary state of Ming. That'll be a no. We don't want to associate ourselves with these fools. Now we have the option to complete this mission. As you can see at the bottom, we have an option that'll last for the rest of the game. So I think that's very nice. So I'm going to save that until we actually complete it. Alright, as for these Korean provinces, might as well state them, because why not? Now we are going to need to develop the Renaissance for ourselves. Alright, call me gutsy, but I think I have a plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to declare on Shibe. This will call in Oirat and Orochoni, but Orochoni were right here and we could deal with them pretty easily. So yeah, let's just deal with these guys all nice and quick. Just calmly stack wiping these guys, as one does. And just do a little bit of carpet sieging. Now these guys, we will piece them out, which will allow us to complete this mission. Now the neat thing about this mission is that we get these level 10 guys. So like right now the level 10 units are step riders. We get these guys. They're step riders, so very nice, as you can imagine. And now we can also get this mission, which will give us a rather good leader, 556 Legendary Conqueror. And yeah, he's also a really good general too. So very nice, very nice. Alright, so now all we gotta do is just siege down some of Oirat, and then we'll be on to our next thing. Now, theoretically, we do need Jilingol from these guys. So theoretically, we could do some snakeage, which is honestly not that bad of an idea now that I think about it. And these guys are, once again, choosing to run away like a bunch of rats instead of coming out to fight me. Alright, so they've all decided to congregate here, so it should be quite easy to get them. We could technically peace out, but I do want to get the max money from these guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of sieging. Alright, there's max money from these guys, as well as all this stuff, which of course we are gonna raise and burn to the ground. And then full annexation on these guys. Simple as. You know, we could go horde ideas, since that would be pretty interesting for the strategy I have in mind. Yeah, we might as well go horde. We're obviously not going to be horde for much longer, so it's good to get it while we can. So now, pretty much we're just waiting for Ming to burn out their manpower on this war. Then once we're done with that, then we'll go in on Ming. You know, I didn't show it on camera earlier, but this is the second time this event has fired within the past, like, 10 years. Like, what is going on, man? That's a bit ridiculous. Now I think is about as good a time as any to go in on the Qing. Yeah, because they're pretty weak. So I am going to focus. Alright, now we can complete this mission. The 7 grievances. Very interesting historical stuff. Alright, so first things first. We are going to attack the Ming. But our main focus will be Korea early on. And then, yeah. We'll be going for the take of Mandate of Heaven, CB. Although I'm not sure if, you know, we will be taking the Mandate. It's just something we may or may not be going for. We'll leave this sieging force down here so we can attack the Ming troops up here. They are pretty low mandate, so they should be pretty easy to kill. Yeah, especially because we'll be defending and... oh, and it's a stack wipe. Oh, you'll love to see it. Especially if we can keep on attacking them in these flatlands. That's gonna be very nice. So against Korea, I'm just pretty much gonna take anything I can. We're not going to wait for the truce to be over with these guys. Alright, and then there's Beijing. So now we just mildly, real quick, mop up all these guys. But these guys want to play like rats as well, so I guess we'll just have to teach them a lesson. Alright, so this is kind of the peace deal that I'm going to try to go for. Yeah, something like this. Because it gives us, because we'll get all the territories that I want. Plus it'll give us some money and stuff. Alright, so I think we've done enough damage. So, of course we shall... actually we won't take Beijing. What we're going to do is we're going to defund this, and then if we declare on these guys, the Ming will come in again, and then because we defunded their fort, they have very little garrison, and now we'll be able to complete this mission. We're just going to white piece them, so that way we get a super short truce. So we can't fully annex them because they got attacked by someone else, but it's close enough. Yeah, I think I am going to try to spawn Renaissance in my capital. Alright, our truce with Ming has expired, so we shall, of course, attack for the Mandate of Heaven. And I'm still debating on whether we should actually take it. Alright, so for a second idea group, we're actually going to be going for court. Primarily because of that mandate growth modifier. It's pretty important once we do turn into the Ming, or the Qing rather. Yep. And we're just taking little nibbles out of the Korea. Yum yum yum. Alright, so because we got a few more provinces from Korea, we are able to click this mission. Now honestly this one, this mission right here looks pretty good, since it should give us a thing which since it should give us a bonus which lasts forever. Plus the idea costs. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Alright, so our peace deal with China will look like this. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, so obviously we're going to concentrate and raise whatever we can. And then because this is all nice, fresh, fertile, high development land, we'll be getting lots of power points. This didn't reduce our overextension below 100, but it got us pretty low, so yeah, that's very nice. I see a very nice opportunity ahead. So the plan is I'm going to attack Oirat, or one of these provinces, and then I'm going to, then Ming is going to get called in, and then I'm going to white peace them so that way I can get the truce down. And there's the white peace. So now we can attack them again in 5 years. Alright, this looks like enough damage for now. Alright, so now we wait for a truce to expire, which is conveniently in 1 year. And we're finishing up the court ideas. Alright, I'm gonna use some of my additional mill mana to get to the next professionalism tag. So just to explain what I'm looking for in these commanders, I'm largely looking for one with high shock and high siege. So for instance, we have these guys, which are pretty good. So I'm definitely going to keep them. But then we also have this guy, who is insane because he's got 4 siege. I could keep around this guy, but for now I am just going to delete these, and yeah, I'll keep this guy and see what happens. Truce with China is finally up, so now we can, for realsies this time, I will be taking the Mandate of Heaven. Alright, so fast forwarding a little bit in time, we did not take the Mandate because we want Ming to explode before we take it. Yeah, so that way we can gobble up all the breakaway states. They, despite literally having no manpower, they're actually somehow managed to stay alive. You know, this has got to be the best, worst Ming I've ever seen. Like, they're not imploding, even though, like, the hordes are literally attacking them. Yeah, it's because their tributaries are helping them take care of the rebels. Well, it's not exactly a Ming explosion, but I mean, it is something. Alright, we spawned colonialism in Beijing, and it's gonna start spreading to all these provinces. Alright, so our truce with Ming is finally over, so now I think it's about as good time as any to try to take the Mandate. Let's build some ships so we can get over here. Send this one army over this ways. And there's Korea finally done and dusted. Alright, so here's the peace deal. We're going to be taking the Mandate, max money, and these provinces right here. Because, yeah, we need some missions associated with this. And now we can form the Ming, or the Qing rather, which will flip us to Confucian. Eventually we'll get that done. We can also get some government stuff. So we'll be taking the tax meta, the examination system, and that's all that we can take for now. So because we now have some estates, we can give out the mana privileges. Now the eunuchs are special because we don't want to give too many. Yeah, we don't want to give too many privileges to them, because giving them privileges will increase corruption. And we also have a mission right here where we have to keep them, where we have to give them less than 5 privileges. So yeah, I'll think about that when we get to it. So one of the things to note is that if we take, I think, more than 5 loans, we'll lose the mandate. Okay. So I'm gonna try to take as little loans as I can. And because we embrace the institution, we can also get these technologies pretty cheap. Alright, so the mission that we want to rush down is this one. Because this one will prevent this area from getting super devastated whenever disasters occur. Alright, so tier 4, we're of course going to go for strength and Confucian bureaucracy. Yep, and even though Ming isn't the emperor, they're still dying to rebels. I guess some things don't change. Okay, so for our first mandate reform, the one we're going to go for is this one, the Keju, because it gives us more mandate growth. And yeah, we completed a mission. Just completed this mission, Tame China's Sorrow, which will give us some very nice bonuses. It'll give us some extra mandate, and it will make floods along this river, the Yellow River, a lot less devastating. Very nice. Alright, so we're going to declare on Chu, and it's important that we use the Unified China CB, because this will make provinces cheaper to annex, and whenever we occupy them, they will instantly become cores. I swear, this Diviet, I'm gonna absolutely conquer them. Alright, so now, like I said, we occupied these provinces. They are our cores, so we get very little A for taking them. And now we'll declare on UA. So just mop them up real nice and easy. And it's actually kind of beneficial to stay at war with these guys, because staying at war with them is going to give us a bonus for imperial, for, you know, mandate growth. So that's very nice. Now, one thing to note is that when we core them, they will be only territorial cores, so we will have to pay some core costs to full state them and stuff. But it is what it is. So for a third idea slot, there's actually quite a few options we can go with. But I think that the one that's going to be good in the short term is perhaps administration. Actually, no, it's going to be trade. Yeah. Yeah, we need to be making money. We don't have enough merchants to funnel all this trade. So we need to make, so we need trade ideas for now. Alright, so now I'm going to just do a nice little declare on Chagatai. Alright, so we can finally do this mission where we get the mandate growth modifier. So now we've got pretty good mandate growth. Very nice. Okay, fast forward a little bit. We're pretty much just mopping up all of China. We've got Com as a vassal. And we're just kind of completing some of these missions. Alright, so trade ideas are done. Took me long enough to do it. Yeah, I think it's got to be this Leaf on Yuan. Yeah, that seems to be the one that makes the most sense. And there's Ming all done and dusted. And now that means I should get an achievement. Yeah. Yeah, Qing of China. Very nice indeed. Right, here's another mission done. Very nice. And we also get this mission done, which upgrades our leader and gives us plenty of mandate. Alright, so for one of our missions, the next reform that we're going to need is Jianzhou. Yeah, so pretty much this phase of the game is all just sitting around and waiting for things to happen. So I'm going to be dropping in and out with commentary, just giving updates on what I'm doing and stuff. Right now, I'm about to attack Chagatai, but I'm going to wait for my mandate to get up a little bit. Yeah, and I'm also working on vassalizing a couple of these guys. Alright, I think it's about time to wind down the video. It's about time, and I also should reveal my true goals. So recently I've been doing some calculating, and I figured out that Qing is one of the few countries that can get 90% core creation cost. Because in their ideas, they have 25% core CCR reduction. In admin, they get 25. With admin court, they get 5. So right now we're at 55. But then they get 10% from this bonus, and then they get 10% from this bonus. So now we're at 75. And then for it's this reform right here, that's 80%, and then with this monument down here, that's 90% CCR. Now we can't use this monument because we haven't harmonized with it, but we're currently working on that right now. Yeah, and then once I get my next national idea unlocked, I'm gonna go for humanist, because I also found out that humanist will, if you complete it as a Confucian nation, you'll basically get the Deus Vult CB on everyone, which I kid you not, I put like nearly 2,000 hours in this game, and I did not know that was a thing. So simply put, Qing is a really powerful nation that I totally intend on doing like a world conquest with, but definitely not in this video. I'm probably going to make a part 2 where I complete the world conquest, but I'm going to live stream it on YouTube. So if you guys want to check out that live stream, please make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, so that way you'll get notified. And yeah, I'll see you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next year. I love you. I love each and every one of you. You have a good day.